Welcome to the Holy Shhh Podcast. Monday Night Raw post-show. September 23rd, 2024, a day before my birthday, and what a hell of a gift Triple H gave me. It's your boy, ABE from DEP.
It's your boy, Ron T, the icon.
Like I'm down like this. Like, hey. My name is Chuck Yeet Jordan. Woo. I'm over here yeeting.
We have a new Intercontinental Champion.
I gotta go back.
I'm gonna give you one better. And new undisputed Intercontinental Champion. Main event. Jay Uso.
Can I get you up to eat with me, please?
Line them all up. Line them all up.
Oh,
and
man.
New. They didn't think it could be done.
Man.
They said Triple H wasn't listening. They
Oh,
said
man.
he couldn't do it without his family. They said he was just a tag team member, but no. He is your new Intercontinental Champion. Main event. Jay.
I ran it last week. I told him he had to focus, and my man focused in. He ain't do none of that bull crap today.
No Rhea.
He did nothing with Rhea. He did nothing with the judgment. He focused. He zeroed in. He yeeted, and he got the yeet job done.
Let's do this all backwards. Whew. Usually we go from beginning to end. We starting at the main event.
Now we are starting at the main event.
Like I said, Jey Uso defeats Braun Breaker, speared him through the barricade, threw him back in the ring, speared him again, and hit him with the Uso splash for the 1-2-3, making a very short IC title reign for Braun Breaker, but the new Intercontinental Champion, Jey Uso. Ron T, your thoughts, brother?
If I'm honest, I did not expect it. I was 100%. I was tired today. I was watching Raw. I was barely getting through it. I was dozing off at times. And then the ending of that match, I sat up, was like, oh, wait. Oh, he did it. Congratulations, Jey Uso. Well deserved. Man, that was a proper way to end Monday Night Raw.
Very proper, man. Chuck, your thoughts, man? He did it, man. He did it.
All right. First and foremost, I want to start by saying yeet.
Yeet.
Secondly, I want to start by saying yeet. And thirdly, I want to start by saying yeet. Okay. Yeet. I told y'all he could do it. And I really love how they kept saying 6 times. 6 times this man has been right at the gate line. Has never been able to cross, but he crossed it today. He crossed the goal line. I've been champion all my Samoans for years now. Let's go, baby. Yeet.
He is the new IC champion. And it was a good match too, man. From beginning to end, they was going at it, man. A lot of false finishes. For a second, I swear I just knew Braun Breaker
I love the fact that they gave him time too. Because normally they'd be trying to rush.
They
gave him like a full 30 minutes.
That was over 30. It was
almost like 40.
I was counting commercial breaks, so I was saying a solid 30.
Yeah.
Well, they do fight through commercials.
20, I'm like, oh, they about to go.
Like, yeah, you
got
to remember
you're right, because they do fight through commercials
they
now.
Fight
so
through the commercials, so
that's 40 minutes. They let them go.
When it was like up next, I looked at the time. I'm like, wait a minute. They got like 40 minutes.
How long do you see this title reign? How long do you see this title reign lasting? Will it be short, or do you think it'll be long, Chuck? Which one? Pause.
I hate to
say it too. Pause. But
I hate to say it like this, but I always say follow the money. Depending on like I said, I kept saying they're gonna get an IC championship yeet shirt, and if them things sell off like hotcakes, they're gonna leave the belt on them for a little bit. But if not, they're gonna go ahead and just let them pass on through. But I think if done right, he should be the IC champion to at least Royal Rumble, because around Royal Rumble is when you're gonna need him for the Roman story. So then he can branch off. But until then, let him run with the belt for a few months. Let him get some merchandise off. Yeet, come on, man. Come
That
on.
Ron T, that crowd, man, just the intro, they felt this coming all night, man. Sell out
Yeah.
crowd too. Sell out.
Man, it was my question though. After all of this, we got Jay. He said, "What's next for Jay? So what's next for Brian Breaker?"
It's gotta be a rematch.
I honestly thought about that during the match, and I was like, if he keeps saying no to Sammy, he can't say no to Braun Breaker. And I'm talking about the one and other Slap Daddy Gunther.
Nah, he not. No, he can't jump
I
up
don't
that
see
high.
it. Yeah, I don't see.
No,
I don't
I'm
see
saying
that being
because
the
right now
next
he has nobody else to fight. Gunther has nobody else to fight.
He
other
gonna
than
fight
Sammy.
Sammy. They playing
He gonna
with us.
fight. Yeah.
But I'm saying after that's over, then who we got? As of right now, I think they're trying to really build up the pool for the top guys of Raw. And right now,
No way.
nobody.
Not with Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre.
Seth Rollins is hurt.
Way. Brian Breaker deserves the world title.
Seth Rollins, I don't even know if Seth Rollins is hurt because Seth Rollins was at the damn ball game.
Yeah, I think the winner of this last monster standing is who's the next person that's gonna fight Gunther.
I think it's CM Punk. I think CM Punk gonna beat Drew, and he is next up to take that world title. Then you can go into Mania season and set up Seth Rollins versus CM Punk for the world title. That's what we need.
Another thing. At the end of the day, I mean, I hate to use ageism against people, but the kid's still young. Like he has a Randy Orton type career to where he'll have plenty more titles and plenty more reigns. Like he's still in his early 20s.
You are a high off breaker right now. No way he gets a world title shot. Not yet.
I'm not saying now. I'm just saying I believe that because of his age. I'm not saying that belt in particular. Yeah. I'm just saying with his age, he's going to have a lot more title fights in him. So it's not like it's over for him right now. He has a chance to go longevity, is why I was saying, like a Randy Orton type career, to where because he started young. Most guys start in their late 20s, early 30s. He started young to where he's going to have more time to get those things.
Ron, would you have a rematch, Braun Breaker versus Jey Uso at Bad Blood? Would you book that immediately?
Yeah, I actually would do that.
Yeah,
I would
100%.
do that, and I'll have Jey win again. But I would have them win, but with some kind of outside reason, just to keep Braun Breaker looking strong. Because if we going by the pattern of how they did it before, he'll lose one and then he comes back and wins one. So you'll be expecting him to win the title right back. But something's going to happen on the outside, and then that could set up his next feud. So I don't know who it's going to be, but I could see it. I could see something happening. As long as they don't put him back with Corbin. And
I got the same feeling. I got the same feeling that they'll book it for Bad Blood, but a different outcome. I think they gave us what we wanted today. We all wanted Jey to win. We got that out the system. I think Braun Breaker is going to get it right back at Bad Blood, because at Bad Blood, you're going to have the bloodline backstage. You're going to have Roman and all them going on during that pay-per-view, and something could intertwine where he bump into Jacob maybe backstage. You with us or not? They cost him the title. And then that'll help Jey want to go back and team with Roman if they help Braun Breaker take that title off. It'll give Jey a reason to get back with them. And that's what they want. They want new bloodline versus old bloodline. You need to give Jey a reason to want to fight them. And taking his IC title would be that reason, man.
No, you can do it a whole other route. I think you can just do it off the fact of strength of Jimmy. Once Jimmy comes back, Jimmy
not coming back, bro. Jimmy about to go back under for another operation. That's why Rikishi was saying prayers for Jimmy. He may be gone another 6 months.
In that case, there is going to be no old bloodline versus new one. Yeah. Why even waste Jay's time? Let Jey stay where he at. That
could be the reason why they put the title on him too. I guess we'll just have to see.
We will.
Like I said, man, y'all know me. I always say follow the money, and if I'm telling you, if they do an IC Yeet shirt, I'm buying 2 of them. And we're gonna see how them sell out.
Man, hell of a main
Speaking
event.
Speaking of t-shirts, though.
Hey, shout out Holy Shhh Podcast tees. Head to holyshhpodcast.com. Copy one right now. Available ASAP. Hoodies coming in a
You have to
matter of
stand up a
2
little bit,
weeks.
Ron. We can't see. Man. Gotta show the shirt, man. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Right there.
SummerSlam.
Hoodies
I was
coming in a
there.
matter of 2
Yeah.
weeks for the fall. You could be drinking yourself some cider mill and having some hot donuts with a Holy Shhh Podcast hoodie on, keeping you warm. But
Yes, sir.
let's start off at the beginning of the show, man. We get back to this Yeet situation, but the beginning of the show, Dom and Liv Morgan come out and do a victory lap for accomplishments of the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour.
Yep.
Then Rhea comes out and tells them Adam Pearce has decided to keep Dom away in their title match by hanging him in a cage above the ring
Man.
like a damn dog. Then she
Man.
hits Liv Morgan with a JD McDonough-like headbutt, laying her the hell out, walking off laughing as Dom will be locked in a steel cage above the ring for their world title match. Chuck, does this make any difference on what you thought the outcome would be now that Dom will be locked up in the cage?
No, because now I think they're going to do like they usually do and find a way to unlock them and get them into the ring. But I will say this: I love the fact that when she was like, "You're going to be behind bars," and he's like, "I can't go back to jail."
Yeah, I
I
love
can't go
that.
back to jail.
I love that, man.
Liv was like, she was like, "Dom, you're okay." She's like, "Why you gonna send him to jail?" She was like, "No." In the Shark Tank, he was like, "I still can't go behind bars. I can't go behind bars."
Right. Ryan, your thoughts?
This was a callback to the interview that Dom had when they were talking about Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero for the win for Dominic match, and Vince McMahon pitched hanging Dominic from the Raptors basically above the ring.
Yeah.
And that's what this was. It was a callback to that. So I immediately thought it was hilarious since they're about to hang him like Vince McMahon was gonna do.
Yeah, and Ray said back then, he was like, back then, they didn't because of child laws and stuff. He said, but he was like, Dom was down back then as an 8-year-old, was ready to. He's like, okay, I'll hang in this cage.
Right.
But yeah, I thought this was pretty good. And it also reminds me of, if you remember, they put was it Enzo in a shark cage above the ring?
Yeah.
They did that before too. So he found a way to get out. So yeah, Dom definitely gonna find a way to get out of that cage.
100%. And Dom saying, "Don't put me back in jail," reminded me of that little Mexican guy from Next Friday. He was like, "I can't go back. I can't go back." Oh man, but that should be interesting to see how that match plays out. But next up, Sami Zayn defeats Ludwig Kaiser, and afterwards, Gunther comes out irate. He is pissed off. He grabs the mic and says, "You want it? You want some? I ought to give it to you right here in California." But then he says, "No." And once again, walks off on Sami Zayn without a world title match. Ryan T, will it happen or won't it happen? Your thoughts?
It'll definitely happen, and it's gonna be because Adam Pearce steps in probably and makes it happen.
Yeah.
But I will say this was a really good match. Kaiser, he's been having like some, as Sheamus would say, bangers.
He been showing up
every single time he gets out there, and I think this is raising his stock to give him a proper singles run after whatever happens between Gunther and this title.
100%. Chuck, your thoughts on the match and the whole situation?
Man, solid match. I loved when he came out and was like, "You want to do it right here? You want to do it in front of these people? You want to do this and this? You know, I got one answer for you." No. Let's start laughing. I was like, this is great.
And he had the full gear on too to just make it
full gear. I was like, he trolled the hell out of him. He trolled everybody in that whole building.
Right.
But I honestly believe it's going to come down to if he keeps saying no and Sami keeps collecting wins. Like I said before, if Sami earns a spot, he can't say no more. He might say no, but Adam Pearce is like, nope. Sammy's beating so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so. You have to fight him now. Or it comes down to that other bull crap that they have to where, even though so many tag teams seem to avoid it now, to where you have to defend it in X amount of days.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you automatically relinquish it. So it's like either you find another opponent or you fight him. And if they have no other opponent, you have to fight him.
Right.
But if he keeps collecting wins and you keep telling him no, God eventually going to have to fight him. So I believe it's going to come down to not. I don't think Bad Blood is going to be. I think it's going to be the one after that.
100%, man. Sammy definitely gonna be getting the title shot soon. But next up, Dragon Lee comes out looking like a mini super shredder from Secret of the Ooze, and he gets the win over Carlito with the help of Rey Mysterio. Chuck, your thoughts on this match? Some more brown on brown violence. You know, Triple H loves that.
Man, I was fed up from this from the get go. I did like Dragon Lee's outfit, but just I'm tired of the LWO versus the Judgment Day versus. I'm just over it.
Yeah. You too, Ron. You over it?
A little bit, but it was a good match.
It was solid.
Yeah, it was a good match. I like Rey Mysterio's new mask. That white mask is kind of dope.
Yeah.
I honestly thought when he first came out, I thought it was somebody else because they've been teasing the Lucha Bros.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, oh, that's just Ray.
Right.
but the mask is dope. I don't know. I think they're stuck in limbo right now, and I am kind of glad he's fighting Xavier next. So
Yeah.
I guess we should have waited to get to that. But just move it, the LWO, to do something different than just fighting the same group over and over again. Get them away from Dom.
And let's stop this brown on brown violence.
I'd honestly love to see the LWO face off the American Made.
Hey, let's get all the Mexican wrestlers together, have some tacos, some Modelo, and let's all just get along. I don't want to see this, man. I'm serious, man. But anyway, next up.
Don't forget the Coronas.
Exactly. The Miz was set to have a match with Bronson Reed, but before the bell can ring, Braun Strowman attacks Bronson Reed, and all hell breaks loose again until it takes damn near every security guard in the building to stop the carnage. And this leads Adam Pearce to set up a last monster standing match next week between Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. What you think about this last monster standing match, Ron T?
I think it's going to be another match full of a bunch of viral highlights because I don't know if you thought Braun Strowman was going to jump from the top rope outside the ring, but I was convinced that I was like, oh my God, is he about to do it? It's going to be a crazy match, man. I'm looking forward to it because they've been giving us crazy spots after the crazy spot. So I'm here for it.
They done flipped over golf carts. They done jumped on top of the hoods of cars. They done went through walls. Chuck, what else can they do in this last monster standing match?
I don't know if anyone noticed, and I'm trying to figure out why did they have a merch thing for the wrestlers' entrance, but they had a merch stand when Dom and Liv pulled up. Yeah, they ran through that beginning. I'm like, why do they got a merch stand for the wrestlers' entrance? But
shout out that lowrider too that
lowrider
pulled up in. That
lowrider was cool.
That was hard.
But I'm saying they pulled up. There go both monsters, and they just kept on walking to the ring. I'm like, all right, but I just didn't understand like why was there a merch stand for the wrestlers' entrance. But either way it goes,
I know.
I actually was hoping for when the suplex. I thought he was gonna break the ring, but then Adam Pearce was like, "No, get them out of there."
Yeah.
Like, no. I was like, "Oh, they about to break the ring." These two
that's
giants,
coming soon. You better believe it.
These two giants are going to buckle the ring. And I was like, I think Adam Pearce was like, "Wait a minute, it takes too long to rewrap that. Get him down. That's the end of the show type thing. You can't break the ring now."
What was you gonna say, Ron?
How many times have Braun Strowman been a part of that breaking the ring?
I feel like twice.
I feel like twice already.
Yeah, I feel like it's been twice.
So this will be number 3 if they do it again. But
that merch with the Big Show, and he did it with Brock Lesnar.
Okay, yeah. So the that merch stand thing, that's where they set up. If you ever watched the show Heels, that's on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, it's about a wrestling family, whatever. But before their matches and stuff, they have meet and greets. So they got the merch stand where in the tables where it's like at an entrance to the arena, and they'll do meet and greets and stuff there. That's what that setup was.
Leave it to Ron T to make it all make sense for you.
The more you know with Ron T.
Right. Wait, you got to bring that little thing across the screen.
But next up, we get Drew McIntyre cuts a promo on CM Punk trying to match his dark energy, but the crowd just wasn't having it. They should have pre-taped it. A crowd will ruin every idea you have if they are not on board. You can have the best promo ever. They will destroy it if they don't like you. Your thoughts on this segment, Chuck?
I honestly thought that was the reason why they did the Cody Roman at a off location. There was
100%.
No crowd can hijack the moment. It's just and it's neutral. So there's no Cody fans, there's no Roman. It's just neutral. And for Drew, you should have did this backstage or like one of those Bray Wyatt promos. Just you in a boiler room with the camera and you want to go? I'll go. Like
it didn't hit.
Why don't they do that anymore?
I don't know because Mick Foley's I used to love Mick Foley boiler room talks. Or Bray Wyatt when he started doing them, I was like, man, I love the little boiler room because all you see is pipes in the background and steam. It's just they all look sadistic, like, oh, you want to fight me?
Right?
You want to go to the war? I'll go with you. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, how'd you feel about it, Ryan?
Yeah. They it fell flat, and it wasn't Drew's fault. They should have did just like they did Damian Priest promo.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Priest promo was like everybody's promo, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it live. We'll do it live." And went out there, and it was like, yeah, they wasn't feeling it, Drew.
That wasn't it, bro. That wasn't
it. They
it.
didn't want to hear nothing you had to say.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
So I hope they use this because if I'm CM Punk, I'm like twisting knife a little bit more, and I'm bringing that up.
But it has to
using
end
it in my next promo.
At this Hell in a Cell. It's already overdue, but this feud has to end. The fans are tired of it, man.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was hoping Drew was gonna be like, you don't want to do this? I don't want to do it either. Like, you don't have to do this. I think this match is stupid for both of us. Like, I'm good.
And
then put the mic down and walk out, right? And then when Punk be like, yeah, he didn't want to do it. And then have him jump him. And then be like, I'll see you in hell. Throw like a spin. Like it's like this promo just did not hit. I was like, you should have just backed out and snuck him somewhere. Like
that was almost it was almost bad as them in NXT doing their Rocky thing. Their Rocky 3. I'm scared.
Right.
I'm scared, okay? it felt like the same thing.
100%. 100%. Well, somebody who ain't scared. Next up, we got Damage Control defeats Isla Dawn and Alba Fire to become the #1 contenders to fight Jade and Bianca for the tag team titles. I don't know about y'all, but I just feel like Damage Control is on fire right now, and they got a legitimate shot against Jade and Bianca. Your thoughts on this, Ryan?
I agree, especially given that win against Bianca, but because of the win against Bianca, I don't think they're going to do it.
Man.
But I'm excited to see the match. Kairi Sane has been doing great work recently. As we always been saying that Io is one of the greatest women wrestlers wrestling today.
The best. Yeah. I'm declaring it. She's the best. The best women's wrestler.
There's no argument for me. But as a tag team unit, Jada and Bianca, they a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
And
then just them standing off face to face, they hovered over them, man. It was like some babies, man.
So they're gonna need another powerhouse type tag team to probably beat them.
Your thoughts, Chuck?
I was hoping that they was gonna go to SmackDown now because I've been saying if you're gonna have the women have the belts like that, they need to ping pong because that was the problem with Isla Dawn for the longest. Was they was only on SmackDown. The women on Raw was mad because you're not here to defend it. I felt like Jade and Bianca should have been ping ponging on both shows, but I understand all the tag teams right now are on Raw because they had to build them up. But when they stood towering over them, I was just like, "This is gonna be bad."
Yeah, this is.
Like, aren't they defending those titles in NXT coming up though?
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah. They haven't named it, but we all know
next week.
We all know it's headed towards Lola and Jada for sure. Clearly.
But I want to say something stupid, but I really love when Bianca does the little two ponies off, long ponytails. I really like that look on her.
I
Um,
didn't even notice that she had the hat on. I ain't peeped that.
Jade Cargill really looked like money today, but
Always do.
I just I don't like the fact that Damage Control is fighting them right now.
Yeah.
And it's only because I like Damage Control so much. But like I said, I really want for Jade and Bianca to go on this long reign to where they feel like there is nobody, which will cause friction. And you don't even got to have one of them turn on the other. It's just, well, we won this many because of me. No. We won this many because of me. And their egos will separate them.
Mhm.
That'd be the reason they break up. But you got to have them have a long reign. But at the end of the day, it's like they built certain tag teams up. Like, it's like, damn, I don't want to see them lose, but they got to lose. You got to feed them to the monsters.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that I am noticing a little bit of heel tendencies coming from both of them a little bit. Just
From
with the
especially
arrogance.
Bianca today. I
Yeah.
peeped that too. I felt like Bianca was being a little bit of a heel today. I ain't never seen that from her. Usually it's Jade.
Yeah.
But I
So
did
I
sense
saw, like I
that,
said,
man.
some heel tendencies. It reminded me
Yeah.
of NXT, a little bit of NXT Bianca when she first debuted. She was a
And
heel.
I
I
said this
mean,
a
but
long time ago. I
that's
said
that's
that
Jade
if they
rubbing
break
off on
up,
her.
they need to have Bianca flip it. Everybody expect Jade to be the heel. Let Jade be the baby face and make Bianca be the heel. That'd be a better
Yeah.
swerve when it does happen, man.
Yeah, but on top of that is if you looked at it for the last few months, Bianca has been trying to be humble, and Jade's like,
Mhm.
no, like it's okay to stand on your accomplishments, and like they're rubbing off on
So,
each other. Where Jade was like we stand on business, and Bianca was like, yeah, because this and this and this. You think you're going? I'm like, oh, she's feeding into the eat. That's why I was saying, let them feed in, let them get this long raid where they start feeding into their egos, because we've already seen champions when they start getting a lot of dubs under them, they get
mhm.
this complex about themselves.
Right.
And when you got a tag team having a complex, it only causes divisions unless you like got a group like the New Day where they were just silly. They were just having
Yeah.
fun. So they never let their egos get in the way. And Jimmy and Jay are brothers, so that's the reason they never got to let their egos get in the way.
Mhm.
But everybody else we've seen tag teams, it's usually the egos splits them apart.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying let them have a long reign and let you already see their egos when they right now and it's their second defense and they only had the belts for like a month or two, but their egos is already inflated. Let them get a long reign and
Yeah.
get it really inflated.
Yep.
And then just the watch the mayhem and spew. You ain't even got to have them turn on each other. They literally their egos alone will be like, I can do this without you.
Yeah, I can see that
Mm.
for sure. I definitely could. Next up, though, we get a creepy vignette with a circle that is on fire with the letters RFP were shown in the middle of the circle. And then there was a voice that said, fate is woven. The internet is going crazy over speculations of this. The RFP possibly meaning Ray Phoenix and Pentagon. But there are a whole nother crowd that is saying, no, that is some type of Viking symbol that is known in the Viking world, and that is for the Raiders. Then there's a group that thinks Triple H is going to botch the Lucha Bros, put them with them, and they'll be called the Lucha Raiders. We don't know, but what do you think? What do you think is going to happen, Ryan T, with this symbol?
I think it's Ray Phoenix and Pentagon, and Phoenix being a play of like the mystical creature Phoenix of fire and stuff. So that's what I think it is. But that is pretty funny. The Lucha Raiders.
The Lucha
That'd be
Raiders.
awful. That'd be awful.
They'd be Mexican Vikings. It's never been done before. Never been done before. I've never seen a Mexican Viking. Chuck, your thoughts on this mystery puzzle we got tonight?
I honestly missed this.
Oh, yeah.
I
looked it up, and the Viking people, they are right. That is like a Viking symbol. So maybe they want us to think it's Ray Phoenix. But if it's not at this point, the Raiders will get booed out the building if it's really them.
Will.
Everybody thinks it's Lucha Bros now.
I don't think it's the Viking Raiders either, because we still don't know. Well, one thing we do know is Valhalla is pregnant again. So
she is.
Yeah, so that's why she's been off of TV. So I think we could probably rule them out for a minute.
Okay. Well, we shall see. Next up, though, Xavier Woods was backstage and apologized to Kofi and said his emotions got the best of him. And that leads Chad Gable to walk by with the Creed brothers, and he points at the New Day and says, guys, you don't want to be like them. Xavier Woods, as the new quarterback of the New Day, bestowed that upon by Kofi Kingston. He made it a match, and in that match, Xavier Woods let his emotions get the best of him. Chad Gable got involved, and Xavier just lost it. Took all his focus on Chad. And in that midst of his confusion, not knowing what's going on, the Creed brothers set him up and knock him down and get the win. Afterwards, they're backstage, and Xavier runs into the LWO. Rey Mysterio tries to apologize, saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen. You guys are the New Day. You can do it. Xavier looks at him and says, save the encouragement for your son. Unless you got tag team title matches for us, the ones you took, I don't want to hear nothing. Ray tries to back out saying, I got to face Finn Balor. I don't want to fight you. But Xavier just keeps on. And then Ray says, to hell with this. You asked for it. Next week, Xavier Woods versus Rey Mysterio. Chuck, Xavier is getting dark out here, man.
Man, I actually like that he's finally expressing what was going on. He was like, you think because you're a world champion and I'm not, because I don't have any I don't have a singles run, that I don't matter? Because you got to go to a more pressing matter like Finn, who was a world champion. And Kofi's like, calm down. He's like, oh, now you feel that way because you was a world champion too? He's like, it's all in your head, man. He like, whatever. And then when Ray was like, you know what, I'll fight you. He's like, all right, good, yeah. Right. Now I can prove myself. I'm like, so this is all about the internet.
Yeah.
Right. You let the internet get to you, buddy.
I was just thinking, after when Jay won his title, I was like, I know Xavier sit backstage like, it's just me now, huh? Okay.
Dog.
Damn, yeah, he is the last Mohican of that generation who ever won a singles title.
Yep. So and Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy's out. So
yeah, Jimmy doesn't give a damn.
But yeah, I'm like, all right. Well, I'm liking it too. I hope this whole thing ends up in him getting a title shot somewhere, just before they retire. Let Xavier Woods hold a singles title just once at least.
Give him. I told y'all, let him go to NXT. He can get a belt down there.
Better than that. He better than that, man. He's a first ballot. You don't send a first ballot Hall of Famer. You can send Baron Corbin. You could send Cedric. You cannot send a first ballot Hall of Famer down to NXT. No, you can. Name one that has done that ever.
And I'm gonna explain the reason why.
Name one that has ever. You're talking.
I don't know. I don't know. But the only reason I say yes, you can is due to the fact that technically, for 4 years, we looked at him as just a trumpet player of the New Day. We didn't even look at him as a competitor until they. I forgot what happened with Kofi. He got hurt, and that's when Xavier first stepped up. But it was like, for the longest, he was just a guy outside cheerleading, playing the trumpet.
I do not like the New Day. People know I don't like them, but I respect them. And I'll be damned if they send a first ballot Hall of Famer to NXT. That is disrespectful.
Now, I do think this match against Rey Mysterio is probably a really good match, though, to showcase or remind people how good Xavier actually is in the ring. So I'm actually looking forward to this match.
With Ryan, with their history, Usos, New Day, could you quite possibly see Xavier in a feud with Jey Uso for the IC title?
I definitely think so, especially after him winning it. If Brian Breaker doesn't get it right back, I can definitely see Xavier going over the top and starting a feud with Jey Uso and them having at least one match together for their title. So
you said
if that does happen, I'll be excited for that.
You said hell no. They had some hell of a matches back in the day, man.
Look, I think Jay would give it to him.
Tears. I think Jay would give it to him.
There's tears. There's the top who fighting for the main belt. There's your mid carders, and then you got guys who are in catering. I'm sorry, but Xavier is in catering. The only thing catering guys are good for is tag matches. You can put them with another catering person or a mid carder and have a hell of a tag run. but you
That's the
cannot
disrespect.
bring a caterer person and throw him in a mid-card title
This is
picture.
this is a new
That's-
Xavier. These last 2
this-
weeks, he won
This
me
is
over, man.
disrespect. This is
No,
Xavier
man.
Woods of the
Nah,
New
this
Day.
Xavier. This
You're not look.
I
He
think
should have.
Jay is like.
Look,
I
he
think
should have.
Jay
He got.
like.
He should have
I
took his
agree
ass to
with-
cruiserweight
you.
back when Enzo was still here. He should have took his ass to cruiserweight like everybody wanted him to, but he didn't want to because he thought he was above being a cruiserweight. He should
I
have
do
did it.
agree. He would have been a pretty.
He
would
would
have
have been a champ.
champion.
Man.
But with that being said, we're talking about Jey Uso. Jey Uso give Xavier Woods just off of respect of the battles that they used to have. He'll give him a title shot.
Yeah.
And beat the
100%.
brakes off of him.
I didn't say that
Respectfully,
Xavier Wood.
Well, if you're tuning into us
Respectfully.
late and you didn't hear the main event, scroll back to the beginning. We had to start off with the whole Jey Uso shit. Still cannot believe he is the new Intercontinental Champion. Whew. Hell of a Raw. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, Ryan, what are you giving tonight's show?
I'm gonna give it an 8. All the matches were good. I think if Drew McIntyre's promo landed, it would have been a little bit higher. That was a downer. I think I like that they're adding some teasers and some speculations. That whole angle with Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed, that whole thing going on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it an 8. It was a solid Raw.
Solid B average for you. Chuck, your thoughts, scale of 1 to 10 tonight, Raw.
damn man. Let me see. First hour was solid. Second hour was slow, but that last hour was a motherfucker, bro. I don't think I'm gonna go around with an 8.
With an 8. The show was to me, it was decent. I like the Dom situation. I like where Sammy's going. Brian and Bronson was tight. Drew, not so much. When I got to the Drew part, I probably got down to an 8. But I'm gonna be honest with you, with Triple H fooling us all, that moment at the end, it's been a while since we've been surprised. So just that alone, this show was a 10 for me, man.
All right.
A 10.
I can
Jey
respect
Uso
it.
winning the Intercontinental title to me was that big to erase all bad things of the show.
You know what? I'm coming up to a
Solid
9
team.
just because you're right. The
Solid.
yeet was worth. The yeet
The
was worth
Yeet
it.
was
I was just
worth
about
The
it.
to-
yeet alone was worth the extra point. So
You know how
I'm
much
going.
clickbait we
going
about to
with
get
9.
for that intro we just did? That shit was amazing. Thank you, Jay.
I was just about to do that. I was about to say, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Going with a
Especially the
9.
emotion from we got the emotion from Samantha again too. Her voice cracking. No, I was like,
Yeah, I didn't
you
hear
know
that.
it's real.
I was so hyped. I didn't
So,
even hear it. I gotta play
Yeah,
it back.
9.
Bro, I'm driving around on my high low. Everybody just looking at me. I'm like, oh my god, they let him fucking win it. They
Right.
fucking won it. Yeah. They like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? I'm just lost my goddamn
of a show.
shit.
Hell of a show. Any last thoughts though before we get out of here, fellas?
Hey, can you play it one more time? Can we eat on the way out?
We gonna eat on the way out. You better believe I already had it locked and loaded. Already had it locked and loaded.
Well, my name is Chuck Jordan.
My name is AB. Oh, wait.
It's
Before
your
we
boy
get out of
Ryan
here,
T.
though,
the
before we
Icon.
get out of here, make sure y'all check out tomorrow NXT post show with Ryan, and because definitely something is going on. Hikuleo has been added to the NXT roster on WWE.com, and they are saying he will be on NXT tomorrow night. So let's make sure you guys are tuned in for our post show in case that happens. Yeah, you go on WWE.com. He is on the NXT
I'll
roster
be watching it.
right now.
I heard Zilla might be on his way to
Nice.
NXT.
Yeah, Zilla just canceled, but he got 2 more dates. So he won't be there until after Bad Blood. His last date is October 13th.
Yeah, but he might be at NXT though.
They're saving
Yeah.
them for the CW.
We will see. We will see. But
CW.
until then, no, hold on. We gotta do this one more time for the new Intercontinental Champion main event. Jey Uso.
My
Let's
name
go.
is Chuck Jordan.
It's your boy AB from DET.
It's your boy Ryan T. the Icon.
And you've been tuned in to the Holy Yeet Podcast. It's just me, Oos.
It's just
Actually, it's
me.
3
Oops.
of us on here.
Media.